Hey everyone, welcome back to the Content Club with myself, Tina Calder from Excalibur Press. So we've got a big one for you today. We're going to be talking about the benefits of content, and really what we're looking at is whether or not you're reaping all the benefits of that content that you're creating. And the answer to that question is probably not. When it comes to creating content, I'm forever going on and on about the importance of developing content that's both evergreen and able to be repurposed. So I strongly believe that you can't ignore the SEO benefits of good quality long form text on your website, regardless of what consumer and audience trends there are across the digital space. It's really vital that if you want to create a lasting online impression, that you ensure your website content is a priority in any copywriting, content, publicity, PR or marketing strategy. And I was absolutely delighted recently to hear that top content marketing strategist and expert Kieran Connolly from Profile Tree agreed with me. So we've been having quite some chats about this. So whilst I've been banging my head against what seemed like a brick wall, telling people that content creation should be an absolute essential part of whatever strategy they had, even if they didn't have a strategy, Kieran and his team were building top Google ranking SEO driven websites on this very principle. Create enough content and Google won't be able to ignore you. But I suppose the big thing is that social media isn't everything. In today's Instagram obsessed world where influencers are reported, to be the be all and end all, it would seem to me that most people are missing a real big trick out there. Yes, social networking sites are an incredible way to reach out to your customer base. But if you're looking for that lasting, searchable, evergreen results, then it's time to look beyond and consider the volume of social-only content that you're creating. Those live videos and cute memes that you've been doing on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever, might be massaging the ego of your clients and your customers, friends, family, all scramble to like and love and comment on and retweet and share and do all of those wonderful things. And that gives you that so-called all-important reach. But the reality is that the Google spiders are pretty much blind to most of that. And of course we have lots of people who are going, Google spiders? What? So they're the little pieces of code and algorithms that read the internet at the speed of, Google, So they aren't really trawling much of social media when you look in the grand scheme of things. So it's really important to make that content searchable. So after much to-ing and fro-ing, Facebook and Twitter, for example, reluctantly have given a small amount of permission for Google, at the right price, of course, to search on their platforms. But Kieran confirmed when I was chatting to him that it's not looking likely that this level of permission will rise too much due to Google technically being in competition with the social platforms. And then, of course, when I talk about that, people say, yeah, but, Google's social platform, Google Plus, is now dead, and it's technically not. Yes, in its current form, Google Plus will eventually cease to exist at some point this year. But Google knew this was coming, and in 2017 launched the Google My Business Posts facility. It's now possible to add news items and offers to your Google My Business listing, which if you haven't claimed, you really have to do so. So how could you ignore this opportunity to just plonk some really good content right there in front of the spiders before they head off elsewhere? In this digital age, social media really is an important tool in your content creation strategy and your general marketing arsenal, and you probably shouldn't ignore it or dismiss it, but it's not the only tool or tactic that you really should be using. For me, at Excalibur here, I suppose our big thing is that we spend a lot of time deep diving into our client's business, brand or service over a period of time, and when creating separate content creation and online and offline publicity management strategies and plans, that allows us to ensure that we're helping our clients harness their share of the market and more in a much more efficient manner. Creating timely content is important. General news and information about what's going on with the company helps to keep everything fresh and up to date. But creating good quality evergreen pieces helps develop this consistent and strong long-term online strategy. Of course, with the end goal of driving traffic directly to your website, where of course you've you know, an excellently written sales-led landing page, of course. You know, having that audience in social media is great, but, you know, you really need to keep your eyes on the prize all the time. You know, moving them from your own, you know, to your own branded website and into your mailing lists where you control their data. Because realistically, you're just renting space on the likes of Facebook and Twitter. And we don't know for how long that will go on in its current form. So I love the fact that Kieran and the team at Profile Tree agree with me here. You know, I'm bordering on annoying when I'm talking to my clients about funnels and lists and collecting customer contact details. So one of the things I suppose that I wanted to really chat to people about is that live video. You know, everybody's obsessed, got to do a live, got to do a live. And I hear it all the time. But interestingly, one of the most recent trends that I've found is for business people to reluctantly, or sometimes they're not reluctant, to head over to these social platforms and record endless amounts of trivial live video narrating their day or imparting some random piece of advice devoid of any substance or context. And that's because there isn't a strategy or a plan behind it. And there really, I swear, there isn't an eye roll meme strong enough to convey my annoyance at this frivolous marketing tactic. You know, it offers nothing of substance other than to inflate the ego of the person posting and, you know, potentially the reach of that particular social channel. What's worse is that when these videos appear on only social platforms, they're offering absolutely zero SEO benefit to the person or the company. And in the long run, they just fade into the myriad of social slurry that will probably never see the light of day again until, of course, Facebook memories gives it a bump or two. You know, so we have to consider the importance of YouTube. If you're going to insist on doing these videos, these lives, then you want to be moving them across to YouTube as well once they're up there. If these videos were posted on YouTube, you'd be laughing. Being owned by Google means that the eager little Google spiders will not only search the text throughout the YouTube, but they'll have a listen to your video as well. Yeah. Kieran told me all about how they listen to the video on YouTube, but not on social media. And I have to say, it instantly cheered me up, given that all my most recently recorded podcasts are now being uploaded to YouTube, so win-win. But it also made me feel really much better about not doing that social media live thing, you know, because YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world next to Google, and it's owned by Google, so it kind of stands to reason that you want to get as much information on those platforms as possible. Kieran actually said that Google can read the text of a video with about 85% accuracy and maybe even higher, and does this for every video on YouTube, and apparently it has been doing it for years. So it's so interesting to hear, you know, that okay, we're concentrating our content on social, and yet we're not creating any long-lasting SEO. That's crazy, you know, and the robots are definitely here to stay because AI machine learning now means that spiders are starting to really identify imagery within video content and include that in the search results. But again, if you're posting it on social media and just social media, the Google spiders don't give a flying hoot. They really don't. So you got to get it up there on YouTube and also within other platforms. I think Vimeo and all that, but YouTube definitely would be my preference. It's not perfect yet, but it is getting there. There is an article that we link to in contentclub.excaliburpress.co.uk that Kieran sent me. It's called Google Can Now Recognise Objects in Videos Using Machine Learning. So that would be really interesting to have a wee look at. I would say that it's probably at infancy at the moment, but as all of these things, you know, it's probably going to move at breakneck speed. But what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say here is, yes, your social media content is important. Yes, you know, torture your marketing execs and your PR people and your publicists and your content creators and your digital marketing, whatever. All of those people that you have that you know might have some form of social remit. But consider as well, how are you going to translate that content that you're creating on social into a website, into the Google platform as posts and whatever? How are you going to, you know, move it into YouTube? How are you going to move it into other places where the Google spiders are searching? And that's really, really important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do any social, of course you should. But what we should be trying to do is push people into a funnel that gets them to your website and gets them onto your mailing lists, and so that you're collecting the data for them. So do consider really, really carefully when you're creating those content calendars where you're going to upload it and what the value of it's going to be. And one thing that I cannot stress enough is to never underestimate the SEO value of long form text, long form video and long form audio. I would prefer that people were concentrating on long form text, because I still believe that that's the primary searched, and I think as well it beefs up the website. It gives you some really good stuff, and you can break it down and you can turn a piece of text into video and audio, etc., etc. So you want to be repurposing it. But anyway, so if you want to find out a bit more about being effective with your content marketing, you can contact Kieran Connolly at Profiletree, and that's profiletree.com. Of course, if we can help you with your content creation here at the Content Club or Excalibur Press, we have a wonderful team of experienced and efficient content creators, copywriters and publicists. So do get in touch. My number is 07982 628911, or you can get me by email. It's tina@excaliburpress.co.uk. You can find us on literally all social chat platforms except for Snapchat. I just can't get it. And TikTok, tried that at the weekend. Might have a piece of content coming up about that. I still don't get it. I'm still trying to work it out. I think you have to be a teenager to work it out. So Facebook /Excalibur News, Twitter.com /Excalibur Press, Instagram.com /Excalibur Press, and of course you can find myself, Tina Calder, on pretty much all social platforms. So thank you so much. So that is really, a whirlwind into reaping the benefits of your content. And please do come along to the website contentclub.excaliburpress.co.uk to have a wee look at that in more detail, find out a little bit more what you can do. We've got some blog posts on there about using Quora. We've got some coming up about Medium. We'll show you how to use your Facebook notes to create blog posts, and we'll do one for LinkedIn articles and things like that. So do keep an eye on the website. We are uploading on a regular basis, and I do believe that you can subscribe to WordPress sites, so please do. All that's left for me to say is thank you so much for all of the feedback we're getting. It's just amazing, and I keep saying this every time people contact me to say, wow, have just read that, or have just listened to the podcast, and this is amazing, we're so chuffed. And it makes it really easy for me to take the time out of my day to do these and to write the content. So please do keep the comments coming. And if there's anything else that you would like us to talk about, would like us to look at, we're more than happy to do so. Please just drop us a wee email or catch us on one of the social platforms. Thanks very much.